say maybe
me, you gotta see more originality and strategy. Or gotta be another, but these last words I decompose from nose to toes. I will dispose of all of those that chose to go to my shows.
Foes with audacity, trying to smash the beat won't last when we're using the full capacity.
Back off quick.
Percy B. Mad Lib. A good combination. You ain't lying. Another one of those. Dang it. Yo, Percy, it's time for you to hit him. Let's do this.
It's mad funny now how bad honey stick with flat tummies. Grab money and send cap from me. Must be the green to see my ass, sonny. On my turf, oof, try to flirt more to jerk what I work for, but I'm leaving dirt poor and under this dirt sore. For sure, go walk in the stove with a gold digger, cold get it for ends, leave her below with no figures. Like magazines stacking green, plus tracks and mean. Soon as a rapper seem to have a team of lack of steam. Skills is great. Those without deals relate chill to make pockets filled with papes and 2 till it's 8. Sit Diddy, bro, and it's pretty to the one to give me throwing up a fat beach check my track. She came out where he go. Starting tights when I want when the ice flow is so nice. Grab me to make Doma advice you lower your price. Listen and learn. Don't crowd around like mug powder. Bottle blow on the data's out of commission and burn.
Oh, wait, Percy P. I don't think they know you a legendary lyricist. You know what I'm saying? So, now let's keep this beat going. We gonna give Percy one more verse, and then we gonna get out of here. Now, man, you got things to do. Percy, you got some CDs to sell for the people, right? All right, let's do this.
This man's a rap legend to advance for cast dances. Packing fans, this back and hook like I'm Grams. When female fans listen to man's stiff in the stance, hissing, hating, cause I'm self-employed, ambition in advance missing. Met me and Rose said I'm sexy and voice respecting your hope, but your sign I ain't mine, the streets kept me afloat. It's written your lanes and hitting the shame, spitting the same, but getting the game. Got him a grinder and bitch still complain. This scrolls, so what if it's old? A brick hole that gets stole off the street stores, get yours and not a bit sold. Dropping real, oldest rockin' still on the block and chill on my feet cold to heat like my peeps in cotton fields. Click, hit her, yo, another chick with another trick, get her in bed without 6 figures, never blow a check. I know you're back for show respect, cause I grab my Rolodex and see what's next.
Percy P, you ain't nice for that, but you are a legendary lyricist, so I'm gonna give you that right there. But yo, I think we got no more naysayers in the building. I think everybody knows what time it is with my man Percy P. Yeah, we got Mad Lib on the beat, just in case you forgot. And I go by the name of J-Rock, Beat Junkie Crew, CA all day. You know, but yo, Percy P, you from the BX, you representing the BX. Mad Lib, you representing that OX. And we gonna keep it going just like this. Because the people been waiting for you, Percy, you know. Just in case you don't know though, Percy. Yo, you nice with it, Percy.
like it or not.
Without a doubt.
We make it hot.
Without a doubt.
You know we turn the party out
Without a doubt.
and show them what it's about.
Without a doubt.
Rolling whether you like it or not.
Without a doubt.
We make it hot.
Without a doubt.
We keep it heated like stoves in Hell's Kitchen. MCs are wishing that they had about the mixin'.
Killers on the mission to smash the competition. I wet my opposition with words into a sentence to combat your verbal attacks with no assistance. I'm too consistent for you brothers to keep bitching. Pay close attention to my verbal composition. I keep it distant like my love for the business. You ask, what is this? Is it real or fictitious? I kill the wise and intelligent rebel
This is
lyricists.
a true conspiracy, battle for world supremacy. Timid brothers mimic and try to contend with me, but me and my staff soon shine like a perfect half moon. They get you open like a public bathroom. Paragraph doom. The vicious, the lyrics solicitor. Your commissioner keeping it different for my listeners. Taking no prisoners, sealing perimeters. Never similar, giving you something that you remember because
You know we turn the party out
Without a doubt.
and show them what it's about.
Without a doubt.
Rolling whether you like it or not.
Without a doubt.
We make it hot.
Without a doubt.
You know we turn the party out
Without a doubt.
and show them what it's about.
Without a doubt.
Rolling whether you like it or not.
Without a doubt.
We make it hot.
Without a doubt.
We recommend Jurassic Park like daily checkups from waist to your neck up. So next man, pick up.
You're now the victim of a vocal verbal stick up. My style will make you get up and down just like a sit up. To those who wanna get us, brother, keep your chin up. What up? I roll with winners, beyond beginners. The average squeezes triggers when your rap style's bigger. How you figure that you could disrespect my art? Knowing true MCs take this life to heart. Let's take it back to the start. Gotti do kick the ball. And it's the outlaw about to rock, y'all. Now watch my hands go. Fold the nickel fold, black tainted pearl. What's man? When watch it rip the shit.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Greg Gumbel at the anchor desk with my partner Clark Kellogg, bringing you the 2K Sports NCAA Selection Show. We're all set to show you the seedings and pairings, so get out your bracket sheet, get those pencils ready. Here are the basics. Of the 65 available tournament bids, 31 are automatically given to conference champions. The tournament committee hands out the remaining 34 bids on an at-large basis. An opening round game will take place on Tuesday night to narrow the field to 64 teams. But before we unveil the brackets for this season, here's a look at the final top 25 media poll of the season. There's one big change you'll notice in the ranking. A new team has made the top 25 this week. The Iowa State Cyclones break into the poll as the number 23 team. The poll voters have had their say in the national ranking since November. The time has come to hand over the reins to the selection committee. It's time to talk about the topic that has a lot of players and coaches holding their breath right now, the NCAA tournament bubble. These are the 10 teams that aren't worried as much about where they'll be playing as if they'll be playing. Clark, who jumps out at you there?
Missouri should be considered among the best of the major conference teams not holding an automatic bid. But there are plenty of non-power conference teams knocking on the door that may prevent them from getting an invitation.
And we have a few more teams in similar position, right, Clark?
Southern Miss had the chance to set themselves apart from the rest of the bubble team, but they never could get over that hump and guarantee themselves a spot.
I'm sure it's been a long week for those teams, but the wait's almost over. The NCAA Selection Committee has finished its meeting, and we're ready to unveil the top 4 seeds in this year's tournament. The Duke Blue Devils are the top overall seed, and they will play in the East Regional. They begin the tournament as the dominant team in college basketball. They've been ranked number 1 in the media poll for the past 10 weeks. Let's see if they can live up to everyone's expectation. On to the second number 1 seed, who will play in the South Regional. The Arizona Wildcats are seeking their second NCAA championship in school history. The Ohio State Buckeyes are our third number 1 seed, and they'll play in the Midwest Regional. They're back in the tournament again, and no doubt they'll be feeding off the experience of last year's appearance as they try to get to the Final Four this year. And finally, our fourth number 1 seed will play in the West Regional. The North Carolina Tar Heels are in the tournament field as a number 1 seed for the 11th time in the history of their program. Now, here's how the brackets shape up based on where the number 1 seeds have been assigned. In one national semifinal game, the winner of the East Regional will play the winner of the South Regional. In the other semifinal game, the winner of the Midwest Regional will play the winner of the West Regional. Those games will be played on Saturday, April 5th. Then it'll be on to the national championship game on Monday night, April 7th. Any surprises in there for you, Clark?
Well, when you see the selection committee deviate from the top 4 teams in the media poll, it's a little surprising. they've opened themselves up to some criticism with these picks.
So, with the number 1 seeds out of the way, it's finally time to tackle the rest of the brackets. First up, we take a look at the East Regional. The Duke Blue Devils are the top seed, finishing at 32-5. They were winners of the regular season championship in the ACC. They will take on the winner of the opening round play-in game between Lamar, with 11 wins, and Tennessee Tech from the Ohio Valley Conference. And now, the number 8 seed, the Wisconsin Badgers, come into the tournament after finishing 7th in their conference during the regular season and were winners of their conference tournament. They're going to play the number 9 seed, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, who were 8th in their conference, finishing at 16-15. Wake Forest comes in as the number 5 seed, finishing at 22-9. And they will take on the 12th seed from the West Coast Conference, the St. Mary's Gales, with 23 wins. Cincinnati enters the field as the number 4 seed from the Southland Conference. It's yet another appearance in the brackets for a school that's no stranger to the NCAA tournament. They'll be getting ready to face the number 13 seed, the Western Illinois Leathernecks. Finished the season with 15 wins.
The Cincinnati Bearcats have more to prove than any other team in this tournament. They haven't had a lot of experience in the tournament recently, so it's difficult to say exactly how they'll handle it. They've shown they're capable of playing with the best teams in the nation during the regular season. Now they need to show they belong with those teams come tournament time.
The Villanova Wildcats are in as the number 6 seed. They'll be taking on the number 11 seed, the Illinois Fighting Illini, with 18 wins. UCLA comes in as the number 3 seed, finishing at 23-10, with 16 wins in the tournament championship of the America East Conference. Our number 7 seed is from the Big East. The Georgetown Hoyas were rewarded for their outstanding play this season with an at-large bid and a ticket to the Big Dance. They are going to play the number 10 seed, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, who were regular season champions in their conference, finishing at 19-10. Next up is the number 2 seed. The Yale Bulldogs are the regular season champions from the Ivy League. They'll be going up against the number 15 seed, the Howard Bison, with 16 wins. This is their 3rd appearance in the NCAA tournament in team history. I think this could wind up being the bracket that brings us this year's Cinderella story. A few of the higher seeds here have had terrific seasons, and I'll be surprised if at least one of them doesn't put together a long run in this tournament. Next up, we'll take a look at the South Regional. The Arizona Wildcats are the top seed, finishing at 23-6. They were conference tournament champions in the Pac-10. They'll take on the Southern Jaguars, the number 16 ranked team. This marks their 10th appearance in the NCAA tournament in team history. Providence comes in as the number 8 seed, finishing at 20-13. TCU comes in to face them at number 9 with 18 wins and a chance to make believers out of any doubters they might have. Belmont enters the field as the number 5 seed from the Missouri Valley Conference. This is their 9th appearance ever in the NCAA tournament. They'll be getting ready to face the number 12 seed, the UCF Golden Knights. Finished the season with 22 wins.
The Belmont Bruins will be an extremely dangerous team in this tournament, mainly because they have such terrific veteran leadership. Coaches love when they have guys on the floor that have been around the block a few times because they don't get rattled. They play with composure. I look at the experience of this team as something that could put them over the top.
Finishing at 23-6. And they'll take on the 13th seed from the Big Sky, the Idaho State Bengals, with 16 wins. And now the number 6 seed, the Houston Cougars, come into the tournament after finishing 2nd in their conference during the regular season and were losers in their first game at their conference tournament. They are going to play the number 11 seed, the George Mason Patriots, who were regular season champions in their conference, finishing at 19-11. The Creighton Blue Jays are in as the number 3 seed. They'll be taking on the number 14 seed, the Akron Zips, with 18 wins. Next up is the number 7 seed, the Utah Utes. Have established themselves as one of the best teams from the Pac-10. They'll be going up against the number 10 seed, the Oklahoma Sooners, with 20 wins. They return once more to the very familiar surroundings of the NCAA tournament. Our number 2 seed is from the Big Ten. The Michigan State Spartans were rewarded for their outstanding play this season with an at-large bid and a ticket to the Big Dance. They're going to play the number 15 seed, the away team, who came in first in their conference tournament, finishing at 13-15. Looking into the future a little bit, this bracket looks poised for a titanic matchup in the regional final. If the top 2 seeds can take care of business in the first 3 rounds, we have the possibility of a classic Elite 8 meeting. On to our 3rd bracket of the day. Let's take a look at the Midwest Regional. The Ohio State Buckeyes are the top seed, finishing at 29-7. They were winners of the regular season championship in the Big Ten. They'll take on the Governors of Austin Peay, the number 16 ranked team. This will be their 8th appearance ever in the NCAA tournament. Our number 8 seed is from the SEC. The Kentucky Wildcats are on a hot streak, having just won their conference tournament championship. They're going to play the number 9 seed, the Tennessee Volunteers, who were second in their conference, finishing at 20-11. The Minnesota Golden Gophers are in as the number 5 seed. They'll be taking on the number 12 seed, the UC Irvine Anteaters, with 25 wins. Oregon enters the field as the number 4 seed from the Pac-10. This will be their 17th appearance all time in the NCAA tournament. They'll be getting ready to face the number 13 seed, the Youngstown Penguins. Finished the season with 17 wins.
The Oregon Duck is a team to consider when you're filling out your bracket. They've been through so much this year. Adversity typically helps a team become a championship team. I wouldn't be surprised to see them put it all together over the next few weeks and become the focal point of this competition.
Iowa State comes in as the number 6 seed, finishing at 23-11. And they take on the 11th seed from the Big 12, the Texas Longhorns, with 17 wins. And now the number 3 seed, the Utah State Aggies, come into the tournament first in their conference during the regular season and were winners of their conference tournament. They are going to play the number 14 seed, the away team, who came in first in their conference tournament, finishing at 19-12. Next up is the number 7 seed, the Alabama Crimson Tide, have established themselves as one of the best teams from the SEC. They'll be going up against the number 10 seed, the Auburn Tigers, with 17 wins. This will be their 11th appearance in the NCAA tournament in team history. Xavier comes in as the number 2 seed, finishing at 27-8. Troy comes in to face them at number 15 with 13 wins in the tournament championship of the Sun Belt Conference. This bracket has the potential to give us a sensational matchup in the regional final if everything goes according to form and the top 2 seeds can survive the early rounds. And finally, let's have a look at the West Regional. The North Carolina Tar Heels are the top seed, finishing at 25-8. They were conference tournament champions in the ACC. They'll take on the UNC Wilmington Seahawks, the number 16 ranked team. This marks their 7th appearance in the NCAA tournament in team history. Next up is the number 8 seed, the Arkansas Razorbacks, have established themselves as one of the best teams from the SEC. They'll be going up against the number 9 seed, the Seton Hall Pirates, with 18 wins. This will be their 14th appearance all time in the NCAA tournament. UNC Greensboro comes in as the number 5 seed, finishing at 25-7. And they will take on the 12th seed from the A-10 Conference, the away team, with 21 wins. Michigan comes in as the number 4 seed, finishing at 23-10, with 18 wins in the tournament championship of the Atlantic Sun Conference. Our number 6 seed is from the Pac-10. The USC Trojans were rewarded for their outstanding play this season with an at-large bid and a ticket to the Big Dam. They are going to play the number 11 seed, the Brigham Young Cougars, who were semifinalists in their conference tournament, finishing at 23-9. The Rutgers Scarlet Knights are in as the number 3 seed. They'll be taking on the number 14 seed, the Lafayette Leopards, with 18 wins. And now the number 7 seed, the Davidson Wildcats, come into the tournament 10th in their conference during the regular season and were winners of their conference tournament. They are going to play the number 10 seed, the Ole Miss Rebels, who were 5th in their conference, finishing at 16-11. Gonzaga enters the field as the number 2 seed from the West Coast Conference. This will be their 23rd appearance in the NCAA tournament in school history. They'll be getting ready to face the number 15 seed, the St. Peter's Peacocks. Finished the season with 15 wins.
The Gonzaga Bulldogs are a team that is just so powerful and strong up front. I would put their front court up against just about any other teams in the nation right now. It's always good to have strong guard play, but if you ask most coaches, I guarantee you they'd take the good big man over the good little man most times. Their interior play should serve them very well in this competition.
On the surface, I'd have to say this regional might be the most difficult of the 4. Certainly the depth of quality teams here is very impressive. Whoever emerges from this bracket will have been through some battles. What are your thoughts on our top 16 seeds, Clark?
Maybe I haven't agreed with the selection committee every year, but I think they did a great job this time. The top 16 looked just about right to me.
Now, let's bring the conference picture into focus. The Big Ten gets 8 teams. The Big East with 6. 6 out of the SEC. The Pac-10 gets 5. Here's the list of the... Thanks, Clark.
Professor X.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Greg Gumbel here with my partner, Clark Kellogg. Just ahead on the special NCAA Tournament edition of College Hoops Tonight, brought to you by State Farm, the #1 auto insurer.
We'll look at the big games that the Sweet 16 has to offer,
as well as show you some of the great action from the first 2 rounds. But we begin with the player who dominated the first week of the tournament.
Sears was phenomenal this week. As performances by 2 guards go, his ranks up there with any of them this season.
Absolutely, Clark. He didn't waste any time getting hot. A lot of players want to save their best for the end of the tournament. Well, he was on fire right from the opening tip, and it carried over into the second round. One look at these highlights, you'll see why he's our player of the week and why his team is on the way to the Sweet 16.